Welcome everyone to post-match press conference of Roberto Martínez, coach of Belgium, after the victory against Denmark. Please raise your virtual hand if you want to ask a question to Roberto Martínez. For the moment, there's no one raising his hand. There is one, Frédéric Bleus from L'Avenir. Frédéric, tu peux débuter.
Hello, coach. Do you hear me?
Yes, Frédéric.
Yes. Okay, perfect. What was your feeling after the first half? It was very bad for the Belgium. How do you explain that?
Well, I think it's very easy to explain. It's difficult to explain if you were watching it on TV. I think it's easier to explain if you were in the stadium. I thought the fans created an incredible atmosphere, and the fans gave the team, the home team, a goal lead. And at that point, we were a little bit shell-shocked. It took us probably 20 minutes to start being ourselves. We couldn't get through almost that desire, that heart, and that pressure that the Danish team put. And that's expected in a way. They were playing at home. They needed to win to qualify. And I felt that the first half was a lot of emotion involved that probably took away what we can do on a football pitch. Second half was totally rational. We showed incredible character, big hearts, but with a real idea of what to do. And from that point, this is the victories that you really enjoy, treasure, and makes you better as a team.
Okay, Fred. Merci. Christophe Lieberlo. Belang van Limburg. Christophe Lieberlo. Christophe? Christophe not there. Then we try Ludo van der Wallen. Ludo? Well. Ludo van der Wallen.
Hello.
Hi, Ludo.
Did you know that Kevin De Bruyne was already on that level after 2 weeks no training and making the difference today?
It's a very difficult question. You never doubt if you follow Kevin De Bruyne's talent, you never doubt of his talent. Obviously, it's a big ask to come on a half-time and being able to affect the game the way he did it. I think it's not just about talent, it's about his know-how and the way that he played in the second half. It didn't look like a player that has been through surgery, that has been away from the football pitch. So again, it shows you the way that is looked after himself, the way they've been focused in training. But I don't think anyone could doubt of his talent. But this was a very impressive way to have a player that has been away for a long time to introduce himself and affecting the game in that way.
Okay, Ludo. Yuri Delecourt, Belga. Yuri.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, coach, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can you explain us why did you choose Jason Denayer instead of Cédric Boyata to start the game?
Well, simple, because we played against Denmark 2 games in the Nations League not long ago, and Jason Denayer was outstanding in both games. And as a centre-half, you always have, especially international level, there's got a lot of information that you need to get about the opposition, about how the players can interlink, the way that they play. And the same way that Cédric Boyata was the perfect profile to play against Russia, and he played the 2 previous games, and he was very at ease in what he had to defend. It was the same with Cédric and Jason today. Of course, Jason has a big mistake in the first minute of the game, but that happens in football. That's got nothing to do with anything else than making a mistake. Football is a game of errors. What I keep is the way that he reacted. I think a player, when he makes a mistake like that, has got 2 options. Own it and just show that the next 89 minutes is going to be perfect, or just not being able to cope. And I think what we've seen today, that Jason Denayer was immense after that mistake. And the amount of blocks that Toby Alderweireld and Jason Denayer and Jan Vertonghen had in that second half, coping with those waves of emotional football that this crowd brought to the Danish team. I thought he was outstanding apart from that mistake.
Okay, Jonas Dalgaard from Denmark. Jonas?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can, Jonas.
Hi, Roberto.
Hi, Jonas.
From Baltic. Denmark replaced Christian Eriksen with the young Mikkel Damsgaard today. How did you see his performance? And another question is, how would you describe the Danish team you met today?
Well, I would say that the Danish team used the home advantage really well. I thought they were on the front foot from the first second. They put us under pressure. I would say more off the ball, the way that they stop us from playing, the way that they press us high, the way that they won the ball. They were quicker to react in everything. Obviously, this is a very talented team in terms of being able to change tactically. We played 2 games against them, and both games they played a back 4. Just in later stages, they changed to a back 5. Today, they started with a back 5, using a bit more the movement of Poulsen and Braithwaite. And I thought the introduction of every player in this Danish team, they know what they do at international level. They look like a team that they very well synchronized, and you can see the work of the coach. But obviously today, it was the first half that they stopped us completely from playing. And I felt that the second half we were able to be ourselves and being able to compete in a better way.
Okay, thank you. Christophe Lieberlo, we try once more. Christophe? Christophe Lieberlo? No. Something's wrong with Christophe's sound. Okay, then we go again to Fred Bleus. Fred, tu es toujours là? Fred Bleus?
Wait.
Oui.
Oh, yes. You heard me?
Yes, yes.
What is... Yeah, perfect. What was your impression about Axel Witsel for his first game?
Well, I think it would be an interesting question if we could ask any neutral fan that you would tell how long he's been Axel away and what type of injury he had. He would never believe it. I think his introduction was seamless. His introduction was at pace of the game, and he never looked like a player that he hasn't been playing competitive football. And I think it's a great example for any youngster, any sportsman, that if you really want to commit yourself to a sport, you have to do what Axel has done to recover. He rented a flat in Antwerp. We worked together with Dorman. We put the best medical help around him, but it's down to the individual that he made that happen. And I couldn't be prouder today. To come on in the circumstances, it was important for us to try to win the game, but even more important is to try to get every player at a certain level to be able to compete in this tournament. And clearly we did both things. And it's down to the personality of the players that we have. And probably Axel Witsel is a great example of that. Alongside Kevin De Bruyne, the way that he comes on at half-time and the way that Eden Hazard has built the 2 games after the friendly, they are just real examples. You don't get over 300 caps between those 3 without commitment and being special at what you do.
Okay, thank you. Bart Laga, Nieuwsblad. Bart was there. Bart Laga. No. Then we try once more. Ludo van der Wallen. Ludo, you still have a question for Roberto?
In the first and the second half, was it also mentality?
Sorry, Ludo.
Can you repeat your question, Ludo?
Could you repeat the question? We heard you just at the second half of the question.
The big difference between the first and the second half, okay, is De Bruyne, Witsel, and Hazard. But was it also a matter of mentality that they took it too easy? Your team.
I wouldn't say that the first half performance was down to us. I think it was down to the atmosphere, the way that the Danish team came out of the blocks a lot better than us, and that affected us. I don't think we could find our way. We were late off the ball in every challenge. We were desynchronized 2 meters. We allowed the spaces in behind our defensive line. We were rushing on the ball. We were trying to reach Romelu too early with no help. And everything was in a disadvantageous way. I do feel that we never played the first half the way we do. And that happens. But I don't think it's down to us. I think it's because the opposition really took advantage of the host role and the crowd and the emotions around the fixture. But then the way that we didn't accept that in the second half is it is personality, it is character, is wanting to rely on each other. And then is having players that they've been out for a long time and it's over 300 caps of experience. So you're going to see that difference to know how to be able to be yourself, to keep doing the right things on the immense pressure. And I think that's probably why this win is so important, because we become a lot clearer in the things that we're going to be facing in this tournament if we're going to be successful, and how we cannot give 45 minutes away. Today, with all honesty, we gave 45 minutes away to the opposition, and the crowd gave a goal to the home team, and that's something that they cannot afford to do.
Okay, thank you. Last question is for Bart Laga, if he's there.
Yes, hi, Roberto. Congratulations with the win.
Thank you.
For you now, are Axel Witsel, Kevin De Bruyne and Eden Hazard ready to start the Finland game?
Yes, they are. I don't think they are ready to play 90 minutes, or that's something that we need to maybe test in the next game. And probably that's the importance of today's game. The introduction has been so positive, no reaction after the game, real influence. They were able to test themselves in a real match, high intensity level. So the answer is yes, they are ready to start. And now the next step is, can they last 90 minutes? And I think that's what we need the next game against Finland to find that out.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach.
Yeah, that's... The Red Devils love Coca-Cola, by the way.
Yeah, yes. I know. Don't forget your...